Hi, and welcome to the Digital Guitarist channel. My name's Rich Rath, the erstwhile digital guitarist in question. And today I want to look at 8 of the Nembrini Eddie Kramer branded effects that Nembrini has on sale for this week. Possibly it's over by the time you see this. They're 70% off this week, so you might want to think about picking one up. I was going to show 8 of these, but I'm only going to show 7. I clicked the wrong button when I did the trial mode, and I did it twice, and so Nembrini thinks I'm stealing from them or something, so they locked me out of the Distortion stomp box, which was one of the ones that I was actually interested in getting. So they're kind of stealing from themselves because I'm not going to try it, and I'm probably not going to get it as a result of them being overzealous. But let's get right into it and show you the setup I've got. I'm using a Nembrini amp, the BST 100, which is their Soldano Super 100 or whatever it is emulation. Very versatile amp that takes pedals well, so I've got it set up with a little bit of crunch. No reverb or anything, mostly like pretty clean. So what this will do is it's got some, if I have the volume up all the way, it'll crunch some, but if I pull the volume back, it's clean. This gives a chance for the pedals to drive the amp. We'll see how much of the tone comes from the pedals and how much comes from driving the amp better. I've got a lead and a rhythm pickup, neck and bridge, both humbuckers, and I've got a single coil in the middle, so I'll try it out on a few different configurations there. So let's get right to it. Here's the first two, let's say. The Echo Bandit rack, and then the much simpler Echo Bandit stomp box. So let's try the stomp box first. That is number 2. By the way, the host I'm using is Plogue Vigil. It's a great host for live stuff and for demoing pedals and such. So I'm going to switch to the single coil for this. Just arpeggiated. So Eddie Kramer was Jimi Hendrix's favorite engineer, and he helped him design some of the electronics that he was famous for innovating with. So I'm expecting very much from these pedals, but so far we just have feedback, a filter, and that's and mix, and I guess some tape hiss. Some wobble, some wow and flutter. Okay, so basic functional stomp box. And I'm not gonna do anything fancy there. Let's switch over and see what the rack offers. Oh, this is the rack. First thing I'm gonna do is get my input up to where it's registered. Hook it up to the meter so we can do. Let's check that. The Echo Bandit also has this capability of syncing to your host. I didn't check it out there, and I don't have any beats set up, but that's the usual milliseconds. How do we switch back and forth? Oh, sync. Okay, so yeah, that's a little non-intuitive. They could have saved the sync button and just done note and ms milliseconds as the timing devices. So let's try a little sync. Okay, first thing to check on an Echo is how it deals with changing the delay times. And not only is that aliased, it also seems to move without changing the pitch much. Let's see how it does time changes with the sync off. Okay, that's kind of wishing it was a little different acting than that. You can't get your tape echo. I guess it has its own attractions, but it's keeping the pitch steady. I guess that might be a feature. It's a new one on me. Usually when you change the time, it changes the pitch too, but that might be actually a feature. We could have to look in the manual for that. So let's actually mess with that a little bit. Put our feedback way up. And see how much time we get. Oh, 4 seconds. Oh, okay. So these are linked left and right. The wow and flutter. Okay, what's next? Let's look at the phase vibe. Oh yeah, there's our phaser. And okay, speed. We'll hook it up. Sync, transport, mode. Okay. You have to click and drag instead of just. Let's see if I just click on the. Okay, so yeah, either click and drag or click on a blank spot. All right, mode 1. Let me put this in the middle. No depth here, but we'll go with volume. Let's see. Okay, so the modes appear to have something to do with the depth. Very simple. Great probably for live stuff if that's your thing. I'm not sure why I would want to get that over, say, what's included in Bias FX or something like that. Next up is the phase vibe rack. This is interesting. All right, that adds a little steeping filter. And then we've got different waves. The square wave to do an on-off switch. And then a ramp. And let's set the oscillators out of phase and speed this up. 2/3. Oh, I like that. 2/3 and 1/2 or 1/4. Oh yeah, let's go 2/3 and 3/4. Get a little polyrhythmic thing going here. And then let's see, we'll set what. I guess we have to read the manual. Looks like it is. Okay, let's link these. All right. What is it? Looks like a high pass filter. Yeah, so all the way up gives you only the upper frequencies, and down at the bottom it's a low end. All right, so now that'd be nice if we had a little bit of choice of filters here, but let's unlink that, and then we'll do our 2/3 then dry wet. And our panner is gone that we had in the echo. I would have liked to have had that. Volume up a little. All right, that's the fade. And if we speed it up a little, we can hear the. All right, now let's take the sync off and see what happens. Oh, I don't like that. Okay, I'm not crazy about that. We're going to take the sync off and try changing the time. So I'm just going to strum a chord and do this by hand since I don't have a foot controller hooked up. Oh, let's do it linked. All right, yeah, let's do it that way. Oh, I wish you could link it so that it didn't hook the 2 times to the same time so that you can move it relatively. But let's hear that. Okay, so you can get this up to a pedal and get your fake Leslie stuff going, or even unlink it and do one side but not the other. All right, so that's pretty versatile, but looks like it's kind of missing a few features yet. The sound is great. Let's look at the distortion. So I don't have the stomp box because Nembrini thought I was stealing from him, so they're not going to get my money because I don't know what it sounds like. So let's check this distortion rack, and this time I will move the slider. All right, so that's a good basic one. Let's see what these modes do first. All right, it's a nice sounding distortion. Like if you've got phase issues on a mix, like doing multiple guitars. Let's see, off on analog link, I think. I need to read the manual for that. Mid-side, that's interesting. Okay, off. A little delay there, a little delay in a stereo spread. So that's great. And let's see, we can go subtle, distortion, back that off, and then move that one up. Useful or not. Let's see what happens when we drive the input. All right, this is my favorite one. I'm gonna see what the price is on this. This might be something I'd go for.